Hey, nice to meet you. My name is Ryan Hogue, and I appreciate you taking time to check out what I can teach you in my online course about how to start your own e-commerce business. Now, before I go through the curriculum with you, let me take 1 minute just to introduce myself to you. So my name is Ryan Hogue. I started a YouTube channel called Ryan Hogue Passive Income. I think it was like 2019 when I started uploading. And really what I was doing was just sharing my experience starting and running my own e-commerce business, which I began in late 2016 slash early 2017, around that time frame. Now, I was happily working as a web developer 9 to 5. I actually, I worked 9 to 5. I worked a second job teaching web development, and I ran my own websites and web development and hosting business. So I made decent money, right? I mean, by most people's standards, like good money. Didn't need to start the e-commerce business. So why did I start it? Well, because I was trading my time for money and there was no end in sight. Like, I was making good money, but I was definitely working for each dollar that I earned. And I realized if I really wanted the life of freedom that I think pretty much everybody dreams of, financial freedom at least, that kind of enables you to have true freedom to do what you want when you want, I needed to make passive income. Now, e-commerce is like the best opportunity ever to do just that. And, the best time to start was probably yesterday. However, the e-commerce trend is not going away anytime soon. So, and I mean, you already know this, right? But I just wanted to share that. Okay. So what I'm going to show you is the curriculum for this course. And then you can kind of figure out for yourself if you think you're going to be a good fit for the opportunity. So why don't we transition over to the course and I'll walk you through it. So this is going to be basically a behind the scenes tour of my Dropshipped print-on-demand course. This is the most popular course that I sell because it walks you through how to start, scale, and automate your print-on-demand business. Now, it took me quite some time to get to where I felt like my numbers were even impressive enough that I wanted to tell anybody about them. It took me quite a while, but that's because I didn't have a roadmap. You don't know what you don't know. Like, I didn't know what I know now. And if you join this course, even if you've already started your print-on-demand business, my promise to you is that it'll be like you're looking over my shoulder at exactly how I run my business. I'm going to help you start, scale, and automate your print-on-demand business from the ground up. So it's not just for beginners. However, you're going to get the most value if you are a beginner. And this is how I make as much money as possible from my researched and well-researched, well-designed print-on-demand designs, really, and niches. The reason I worded it that way is because you can also, do poor research and poor designs, and you'll probably make poor money. You know what I mean? It's no coincidence, right? You get out what you put in, but you really need to understand the game and how it's played. And you're going to hit fast forward on your business if you would like to take advantage of this opportunity. So my Dropshipped print-on-demand course is how I sell print-on-demand products to a global audience pretty much as passively as possible. I don't want to say completely passively because there is the times where you have to do customer service. That's not every opportunity. Each platform is unique and some of them will take care of that for you. Others will not. That's why I had to break this up into a big course because, I want to give you as much information as possible, as much relevant information as possible. So if you enroll in the course, of course, I'm going to go platform to platform for you, tell you what you need to know, show you how to get started, show you the kind of the middle ground, which is how to optimize for SEO so you increase visibility. I walk you through how to run ads on every platform where that's applicable. And if automation is possible, I always show you how to automate your uploads to that platform. So it's basically it's all encompassing by any stretch. And if I missed anything, I'm also very accessible. I will circle back to that at the end of the walkthrough, but why don't we just go through the course right now? So I host my course on a website called teachable.com. It makes it really easy to structure an online course. They host millions of courses, so this was a great option for me. As a web developer, trust me, I did my research. I really like Teachable. Okay, so I split it up into modules with the parent is the module, the child's are the lectures, and it kind of goes in the order you need it. So the first module is all about introducing you to print on demand, addressing a lot of high level concepts. And, it's typically how I like to structure my content is mirror me, do what I'm doing as I do it, just kind of follow along, click here, click here, click here, do this. Module 1 is not as much that. Module 1 is more or less getting a good grip on how this business model works so that, it's always good to understand what you're doing as you do it. Print on demand as an opportunity though is a great way to make money online, guys. And it's a rare one because you don't need to spend money to make money. With print on demand, you pretty much lock in the sale first, and after you make the sale, the product is created on demand. That's the on demand part, and shipped out to your customer. And anybody who's brand new to this, you might be thinking, well, how does that work? I mean, do I need to print my own t-shirts and keep them in stock? No, we outsource that to various companies. Okay. Now there's actually a few that you can use. And again, this is why, I've, at this point, I've scaled my following big enough where I have contacts at pretty much every single company. And I've gotten samples, evaluated the products, done all the relevant research that we need to do, as well as I have years of firsthand experience. So I'll make recommendations to you about what companies to work with, where we will outsource the work to them. So they'll create the products, ship them to the customer. And it's all done scalable, by the way, like passively and scalable. So it's using like software integrations. And hopefully I didn't scare you off by saying that, because again, I'm going to walk you through how to do all the integrations. If it sounds technical, don't be worried. It's all one-time things. You set it up. Most of it's not even technical, by the way. Sometimes it's as simple as like clicking 2 buttons and it's done. But once it's integrated, you never have to do it again. And all of your sales after they take place, you don't have to do anything. Literally, like the software detects the sale, creates the product, ships it out to your customer. And if the sale came through Amazon or Etsy or eBay, the software will also add the tracking automatically and mark the order as shipped. How good is that? How awesome is that, guys? It's crazy. Like we're benefiting from people who did all of the hard work, as well as far as like writing the code to make this possible. We're benefiting from them. And it's silly not to start your print on demand business, because most people don't even know about this, that it's even possible. So yeah, hopefully you guys, I got your ear, I got your interest now. Let's walk through the course. Module 1's all about an introduction to print on demand. So again, high level concepts are going to be covered. With the whole COVID-19 situation, I added a lecture where I just kind of talk about the landscape, how it evolved, how it changed. You can look forward to, my guidance for anything that happens in real time like that. Any adjustments you need to make to your business, you will be, that's all going to happen in this course. There's also a Facebook group, by the way, too. So I remember that video I also posted to the Facebook group. So multiple points of contact, because if it's a really important video that everybody should see, I'll make sure that I get it out in front of you guys, and I'll email it to you as well. Setting up your workspace, that's one that I did by request. Basically just like organizational tips. I do spend a lot of time at a computer. I've basically been a computer addict since I was 13 years old. So I'm very well organized and kind of like optimized for productivity. So I added a lecture about that. Course tools, that is exactly what it sounds like. What tools should you be familiar with to run your print-on-demand business, including things like efficiency tips and whatnot. Introduction to print-on-demand, a lot of high-level concepts covered there, a lot of what I just described to you, but in more detail. How marketplace fees work. It's always important to understand the fee structure of the various marketplaces we're going to be selling on. I will go into more depth about those when we get to the modules that focus on specific marketplaces. Like I've got a module on just Amazon. I've got a module on just Etsy. Module on just eBay. But this is just a high level to be aware of how marketplace fees work, because we are going to put in this work. We don't want to lose money. We want to make money. How to handle returns. That one is, because there are going to be returns, guys. Anytime you sell anything online, it's just something we have to deal with. So I give you my best recommendations in that lecture. I put an appendix in here. If I say a word that you're not familiar with, just click the appendix and hopefully it's addressed. If not, all you have to do is type a comment at the bottom of the lecture. Every time you comment, I get an email, and I typically respond in something like 15 minutes to an hour, let's say. I do spend pretty much all day at my computer, so I typically respond pretty quickly. I got some like live stream replays here that I will link to in the lectures. Typically, if I do a live stream for the students, it'll be in the Facebook group. So if you're not on Facebook, it's no problem. I can also, have alternative methods of doing the live stream. You just got to let me know. I can send you an invite link. You can just jump on board with me. No worries. Module 2, production partners. This is what I was alluding to earlier. We're going to farm the workout to companies that specialize in basically, number one, creating those software integrations that I was talking about, so that we don't have to do anything manually. It's all done passively. Okay. Now there's quite a few good options, and there's a lot of bad ones too. So I'm not going to recommend you guys the bad ones. I'm going to recommend you guys the best of the best. But it's not as simple as just saying, this is a good company, use them. Different companies specialize in different things. Okay. This is not something this is something that you learn over years. And again, I'm also, with my YouTube channel and whatnot, they reach out to me now. So I get like free stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is quality, this isn't. Pricing wise, they've got, good mugs, but bad shirts, those types of things, right? So with print on demand, there's so many different products you can sell. The big ones are probably like t-shirts, coffee mugs, sweatshirts, hoodies, or hoodies, sweatshirts, same thing, hats, even jewelry, guys. So what I'm going to really do here is like kind of walk you through the need to know about the big production partners is what I call them. They're our production partner, right? They do the production and the shipment. We just sit here and create new products basically and work on marketing and the occasional customer service, right? So in this module, it's the need to know. It's my best recommendations of like what company to use for what product. And you can actually mix these. A lot of people don't know that, but you can mix them. So you can add like 3 different production partners to your Etsy store. If somebody buys a shirt, well, this company is going to fulfill it. If somebody buys a mug, another company is going to fulfill it. And that's how we get competitive pricing and also increase our profit margins, okay? Module 3 is all about finding profitable niches. Now you'll notice that like there's a bunch of lectures in module 1 and 2, but module 3 is just one lecture. So what I ended up doing was I got smart and I realized like if I replace all the individual lectures with a separate course, then I can sell the separate course at a cheaper price to the people that don't want to join the full course, okay? So what I ended up doing is I created a course for print-on-demand niche research. So when you join my Dropshipped print-on-demand course, you automatically get enrolled in my niche research course, all right? So you will automatically get access to, well, basically all 4 of these courses while I'm talking about it, why don't I just show you? You instantly get full access to my Redbubble course, which you see here. Look at all that. I mean, this is the best Redbubble course on the internet. I stand by that through and through. It's so good. I've gotten really good feedback on it too. My print-on-demand design course, my print-on-demand niche research course, and I wrote a full course on how to automate your Amazon Seller Central uploads using a tool called POD Turbo, which is the only one I've even heard of that can do that. All right. So, and guys, by the way, I should just mention this. I should have mentioned it earlier, but when you join my Dropship print-on-demand course, you get access to everything as it is today and all future updates. So you get access, basically, you get instant access lifetime to everything. But for instance, when I relaunched what used to be the Redbubble module as its own course with, I think, 35 lectures, everybody that was enrolled in the Dropship print-on-demand course got instant access to the Redbubble course. So the sub-courses, if you add them all up, and I'm going to continue to kind of update content and split them out into sub-courses because it's just way more easier for me to maintain. But like you're getting a crazy value. Like you're saving a ton of money by just joining the Dropship print-on-demand course, okay? And you can do the math. But like, as I said, I can't give you the actual numbers now because I'm going to keep splitting it out. Like I'm going to split out the Etsy module into an Etsy course that everybody will get access to. Same thing with Amazon, same thing with eBay. I'm even going to do one on the print-on-demand production partners, I think. So here's the course curriculum for the niche research. Again, introduction. I cover things like how to succeed as a print-on-demand seller, which is incredibly important. And then everything with the star is like, do not skip, watch, very important. So golden rule, how to do trademark searches to keep your account safe, how to understand the content policy of the platforms that you're selling on. Each platform has their own content policy. You need to understand this stuff. How to niche down. Because sometimes people are like, I sold in really, it's like, oh, Father's Day coming. Let me make a generic Father's Day shirt. Oh, wait, why didn't I get any sales? It's like, well, because everybody knew Father's Day was coming. If you upload the 100,000th shirt about Happy Father's Day, no one's going to see your shirt. And if nobody sees it, they can't buy it, right? So you got to understand niching down to find real opportunities. Strategies like using synonyms to make more sales, understanding trends versus evergreens. Trends will make you a lot of money in the short term, and then they're going to fizzle out. Evergreen designs sell year round, okay? And that's where I really like to focus because I want to make as much passive income as I possibly can. Research tools, okay? I split a module for free tools that you can use to assist you in your niche research effort. I've also got a module on some paid tools, okay? Completely optional. You don't need to pay for any paid tools. But if you choose to, why not take advantage of the full tutorials that I've put together for you, as well as exclusive discounts whenever possible. When I say exclusive, I mean better discounts than what's publicly available, often to anybody. Like, I have the YouTube channel, so people reach out to me, and then I say, well, in response, if I, share your tool, Well, first and foremost, I always use it, make sure it's good. Then I'll say something like, if I share it, can I get an exclusive discount code for the students in my course that's like better than your normal? And so you'll get all those in the courses, guys. And then some additional research methods. I cover things like my personal biggest success stories, which include making like $700 in a day, selling a single t-shirt, selling hats. I did over $4,400 in a single day. I think the number was higher, actually. I think the 4,400 was Etsy alone. Yep, it was. The 4,400 was Etsy alone. When you factored in my Amazon Seller Central sales, it exceeded $7,000 that day in a single 24-hour period. That's not normal. And if you join this course, I'm not going to tell you that you're going to be able to replicate that, but it absolutely happened. I've got the sales data to prove it, and I show it to you in there. I show you how to like do basic research, browsing the internet, using Google Alerts, which is something that not a lot of people know about, watching TV, mobile apps, another live stream. But I mean, again, guys, the ones with stars here are extremely important so that you know how to navigate this stuff and keep your account safe. All right, module 4 of my Dropship print on demand course was replaced by my print on demand design course. Okay, so I split that out into this course. And what do you think? How many is that? Like 20 something, maybe even like 30 lectures on just how to do graphic design for print on demand. This is not a graphic design class. This is how to use, I cover 3 different softwares. So you have a choice, whatever you're most comfortable in. I cover Canva, Photopea, and Adobe Photoshop. Whatever you're most comfortable in, I basically show you, and again, you don't need any design ability, because I also show you how you can use pre-made graphics from professionals to make designs that sell. Notice my word choice was very intentional. Designs that sell. It's something that it's a hill that everybody kind of climbs at their own speed. Takes some people longer to kind of get a grasp, because there's a very clear-cut approach to doing print-on-demand design that we know works. No theory, right? It's proven by customer sales data. Okay, so like that's what you get, by the way. Like I guess it's because I learned how to program. Like I have a very data-driven mindset. If you learn from me, I'm never gonna say, "Hey guys, trust me," because I'm Ryan. I'm a talking head on a screen. Trust me. I never say that. I say, "Hey, like this is the data, and this is the picture it's painting." Right? That's how my brain works. So if you're a fan of that, like that's what you're gonna get. I'm not going to give you theory. I'm going to say, hey, like, let's go study the best-selling shirts on Amazon and see what we learn. Okay. And then that's what I'm going to give you in this course. So I call it designing for clicks, how to optimize thumbnails for clicks. I also tell you when that's possible, because again, each marketplace has its own rules. You got to know the rules or you're going to get in trouble. So that's, again, the value that I'm bringing to the table here. Design styles, best-selling styles. So again, we're going to look at the best sellers, see what we learn. Color profiles. I write down a bunch of color profiles for you to use. Now, again, there's infinite color profiles you can use, but these are basically like complementary colors that you can use for things like even just text-only designs, just putting text on a t-shirt, so no design at all. I talk about how you can make text-based designs that sell, and people don't believe me. I did an interview with somebody, at this point it's probably a year ago, who used an app on his phone, and he just knew how to like use good font selection and mixing colors whenever. And he had done $250,000 in sales. He did 300,000 actually was the real number on Amazon merch alone on one platform. Okay, so yeah, if you're not confident in your graphic design ability, don't worry. It's all covered in here. Avoid common mistakes. Yes, of course. T-shirt design best practices. So we're focusing exclusively on t-shirts, even though there's a ton of different products we can sell. Phone cases, coffee mugs, jewelry, sweatshirts, t-shirts, it's endless. New fonts, how to find new fonts and how to install fonts. All right. Fonts are a big deal when you're doing any sort of text design. And I pretty much put text on every single one of my designs. So that's a big thing. Design tools, like I said, I'm going to walk you through a bunch of relevant tools. I don't just put a tool in here if I don't use it. These are all tools that I actually use that serve some kind of purpose. Things like, automatic resizers. So you can upload to various different products and expedite the process of resizing your designs, because when you do your design, you'll really only optimize it for specific dimensions, and that will convert it for you. The biggest lecture in this one is with the star there, pre-made graphics and freebies. So just by joining the course, you instantly get $45 of free graphics. from our friends at Merch Science. Okay, that's not that's something that used to be for sale publicly. I don't think they even sell it anymore. So this graphic library only exists in this course, and there's actually 3 different packs that I negotiated with the owner of Merch Science, and he said, yeah, go ahead, give it to your students. So that's $45 you get back immediately. Plus, I share my go-to source for I share my go-to source for vector, got my tongue tied, vector graphics in there. And it has over 65,000 free vector graphics, which are resolution independent. So you can scale them up, scale them down, no issues. And that's not something I talk about publicly anywhere. I save that for the students in my course. I show you tools that can cartoonize your designs. It's like one of my favorite tools to work with. We love to cartoonize the dogs. We have a couple dogs and just make them into like cute little cartoons and do different things with them, stickers, t-shirts, etc. My girlfriend launched a dog ice cream brand where literally the logo is cartoonized. So really good stuff. There should be an exclusive discount in there as well that I negotiated for you guys that joined the course. And then module 3, all about design tutorials, how to go about, well, first there's always an introduction to show you the around the tool that we're going to be using, walk you through text-based designs, how to do a distressed effect, which is a very popular effect that you can apply to text designs and graphic designs. I'll show you how to create curved text. By the way, one thing I didn't mention in the titles of these lectures, but I actually also, it's like I'll show you how to do it, but if you don't actually care about learning, I also say, hey, you're in my course. Click here to download a template that I made just for you. And this template already has everything in there. So if you don't want to watch the lectures, like literally download the template. It's already got the curved text. It's already got some graphics in there. It's got various background colors that match the different popular shirt colors. It's got a lot of stuff that will, I mean, it's literally what I use. Okay. So to me, that's like my highest vote of confidence. If I'm going to make a design, I start with that template. Okay. So I'd literally give you one click, you download the template, use the template, expedite the process. That's what I'm all about that. I'm a programmer. So I'm all about, I don't want to click twice if I can click once, right? It's all about optimizing for speed and efficiency. But again, I'll also show you how to do everything, all right? So I walk you through Canva, walk you through Photopea, walk you through some various references, some places that I go for graphics, but then also how to create your own, like Sunset graphics sell extremely well. I use them in, I don't know, if I want to estimate, the number that comes to mind is like probably 80% of my graphics lately, or my designs lately. I use these like big sunset designs because for whatever reason, people buy them. And hey, I'm here to make sales. You know what I mean? Even if it doesn't make sense to use a multicolored sunset graphic in my design, I'll probably use it if I think it's going to make a sale. You know what I mean? Because I'm reverse engineering my end goal. My end goal is to make money. So those sunsets are amazing. You can go use the resource that I recommend, which is going to cost you a little bit of money. But of course, I got you an exclusive student discount for that one. Or I'll show you how to make your own. So no worries. All over print tutorial, flag with vertical text. So I'll just put random ones in here if I think they're relevant. Like, you know, July 4th coming up. Here's a flag with vertical text design style that's been selling really well this year. You know, I'll add it there. Show you how to make it. And then some bonuses. How to automate and scale designs. So using automation to scale out designs. There's a tool in there and a 50% off student discount just for you guys that join the course. Some live design sessions, free mockup generator, mockups for thumbnails and ads if you end up running ads. And I put a lecture in here just kind of distinguishing between how we design for online sales versus retail sales. Because, I mean, literally, I go to a store and I take a bunch of pictures and I just say, look at the store at what's selling. Now look at online. Look at the differences. There's quite a few. It's not by coincidence, right? So we have to play the game. If we're selling online, don't design the way that you would see stuff in a retail store because we're not in a retail store. You know what I mean? Understand the ecosystem. All right, Module 5 is all about selling on Amazon. It covers everything you need to know from opening your account to applying for an exemption that will remove the need for UPC codes, which is absolutely a requirement in order to sell print on demand on Amazon because UPC codes are very expensive and you actually, like, there's a workaround so you don't need to pay for any of them. So I'm going to show you all of that. I'm going to talk to you about winning the buy box, which is not even something that people probably think about. But when you open up a new seller account, you don't just get awarded the buy box right away. You have to, well, I'll tell you everything you need to know in the course, but when you have the buy box, people can purchase from you in less clicks. Now, this is just a general rule of thumb for selling anything online. The less clicks it takes to buy, the higher your conversion rate's going to be. okay? And which is another way of saying the more money you'll make. So it's very important. I walk you through things like how to bulk update handling time, because when it gets to be around Christmas time, the companies that we farm the workout to tend to take longer to produce and ship the products. So we need to protect our seller account on Amazon by updating all of our products, which if you have 100, 1,000, 10,000, I think I've got about 30 or 40,000 last I checked, I need to bulk update all of them at once. So I show you how to do that step by step. Extremely valuable, very important. How to contact seller support, how the buyer-seller messaging on Amazon works, how to report if anybody infringes on your designs. Talk about the Amazon algorithm in general. Very important to understand since we're going to be selling there. And my method that I teach, it's optimized for not spending money on ads. I want to show you how to make money without spending money. And it's absolutely possible. Like, I keep my advertising to a minimum. It's not even something that I really implemented at scale until 2021, really. So I'm going to talk to you about the algorithm, but of course, since you're in my course, I want to cover everything full spectrum. Okay, I've spent 6 figures on ads on Amazon. I'm going to tell you everything I know about advertising on Amazon. Now, right now, it's basically split up into 3 lectures. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split that out into a separate course. And if you join this course, you will get access instantly to that course on Amazon advertising, which will be perfect for print on demand, but also if you want to sell on Merch by Amazon and you get access to AMS, or if you want to sell FBA products, it's everything you need to know. Okay. So that's my promise to you. And again, I keep it updated, but by splitting it out into that separate course, it makes it much easier for me to keep updated. So that's why I'm going to do it. Module 6 is all about making money selling print on demand on Etsy. Etsy is a great opportunity for print on demand sellers ever since they opened the door for print on demand sales, which I believe was late 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so like I said earlier, I made $4,400 in a single day selling just hats on Etsy, and that happened in late 2018. Of course, I do share that story with you in the course. It's in the niche research sub-course. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know to get set up, including opening your Etsy account, how to open an optimized shop, because people do tend to check out your shop on Etsy. On Amazon, for instance, there isn't really a shop, like only if you're brand registered, which is not something we need to do with print on demand. Whereas like on Etsy, everybody gets a shop. So you need to take a second to make your shop look half decent, right? How to create your first Etsy listing, how to integrate Etsy with Printful, which is my recommended print on demand production partner for most products. But fortunately for Etsy, you can integrate them with any of these companies and it's like 2 clicks. So Etsy is very easy. How to create a product using the integration, how to sell personalized products on Etsy, how to do advertising on Etsy, how to price your products, which is kind of important because Etsy is pretty good at disguising fees, tools for product research on Etsy, specifically for Etsy, how to automate your social media presence based on your Etsy shop. Again, yes, the automation part, guys, that's not something you get in probably any other course, but because you got me, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And I mean, social media automation, guys, what does that mean? It's really just increased visibility, right? And what's the customer journey that makes a purchase? They have to know you exist by seeing your products, then they can click, add to cart, check out, right? So more visibility is a good thing. Things like how to run a sale, basically Etsy's marketing section. I'll walk you through that. How to increase Etsy shop reviews, and very important, probably the most important thing you'll do other than good niche research and good design is how to make really good Etsy thumbnails. Because if you don't do that, you won't get clicked in search results, which again, if you don't get clicked in search results, no one can buy the product. That's just part of the journey. So really important to understand that. All right, module 7 is all about selling on Redbubble. That is going to get you an enrollment into my Ryan's Method Redbubble course. Redbubble is a very popular online marketplace for print on demand. It's probably popular because it's got the lowest barrier of entry of all the big ones. And I mean, for me, guys, I'm always thinking like, what's my edge? Okay. Now, I don't have much of an edge if it's a low barrier of entry. So in my course, I basically give you like tier classifications for each opportunity to sell. Redbubble is like right below the top tier ones because again, it's like very easy to open a Redbubble account, which means you have higher competition. Okay. That being said, Redbubble is awesome. And I share with you everything you need to know plus more in this Redbubble course. All right. It's I took a lot of pride in this one. I spent a lot of time. And again, it's gotten really good reviews. So I'm excited for you to check that out. I mean, I don't want to go through it because it's all like very Redbubble specific, but it's everything that you would expect based on what we just went through with Amazon and Etsy. Okay. Then I've got module 8, selling on eBay. I'm going to break this one out and go a little bit more in depth, but here's the thing about eBay. It's pretty straightforward. You know what I mean? You don't need to deep dive into eBay the way you deep dive into everything else. Like eBay, I don't know what else to say other than it's relatively straightforward. You don't also need to spend very much time in Etsy, Amazon, or eBay. You spend most of your time in the in this case, Printful is the one I recommend. You spend a lot of your time in that website because that's where you create and upload your products. Then you hit one button and it will push the product to your eBay store, to your Etsy store, to your Amazon store. So of course, I'm going to walk you through all of these online marketplaces so that you feel like an expert, you feel comfortable there. But you really aren't going to be spending that much time there. You know what I mean? If you're there, you're typically doing customer service. The rest of your time is spent in the website for the company that's going to be fulfilling your product orders, okay? Module 9 is all about additional platforms and markets. How can we take the designs that we already made and sell them on additional products and marketplaces? Because guys, if you occupy more online real estate, you will make more money. At least I very strongly believe that. And to date, nobody's challenged me on that, all right? So occupy more online real estate, make more money. That's what module 9 is all about. So I'm going to talk to you about additional markets, additional opportunities, a heavy slant and focus on automation. Because again, time is money. We only have so much time. So I walk you through in the very next module how to automate your uploads to these different places. But we talk about Shopify, TeePublic, Teespring, Spreadshirt, Zazzle, Society6. I got a lecture in there on hiring virtual assistants. So if you don't want to use automation, you can consider outsourcing your uploading efforts to a virtual assistant. And I talk about how to make it affordable so that it's actually like something you can consider. Because if it's too expensive, there's no point in even considering it. And I've got a lecture on here talking about growing your TikTok account. And that is actually an interview with a I don't know how many subscribers does he have now. The dude, when I talked to him, had more than like 2 million TikTok followers. Okay, so he's a true expert, and TikTok is one of the few social media platforms that there's still an opportunity for organic growth. So we deep dive in there. And the guy who I was talking to also has his own apparel brand, so that's why he was willing to kind of jump on with me, and I was willing to help him out too. We both learned from each other. All right, bonus materials all about automation basically. So I already told you I wrote this. Amazon FBM, which stands for Fulfilled by Merchant, represents Seller Central. I wrote a whole course on how to automate your Seller Central uploads. So every single day, I get 200 uploads to my Seller Central account. That's how I hit that number that I said earlier of like 30 or 40,000, probably closer to 40,000 now. 200 products a day, every single day. And that happens in addition to any products that I manually create and push myself. So I can get 300 products done a day. You know what I mean? And this course is everything you need to know step by step of how to use POD Turbo if you choose to use POD Turbo. That's for automation. You don't need to use automation. Again, we have that whole Amazon module where I walk you through how to do it yourself, right? So you don't have to use the automated tools because they do cost a little bit more money. If you do it yourself, it doesn't cost anything, okay? But that's there. I walk you through how to use the Merch Titans automation app, which I use every single day for my upload efforts. It's an exact step-by-step tutorial of how I catalog my designs, how I use a spreadsheet to then include all of the information that's required for the app to run. And you're thinking, oh no, spreadsheets, I don't want to deal with that. Guys, again, you're in my course, you're in good hands. I know not everybody wants to deal with that because I remember being in your shoes before I became an expert on it and haven't used it for years. I give you a spreadsheet template that I literally built so that you can do it in as few clicks and as little effort as possible. Again, people who never thought they'd be comfortable in Excel are using that spreadsheet right now and running this app every single day. So I know it works from firsthand feedback. All right, so that's it, guys. That's pretty much it for the course. Let me cycle back and wrap up the presentation. All right, so I hope that was a helpful insight into what you're going to learn in the course. Hopefully I didn't talk too long. I tend to do that. And as we wrap up, guys, I just want to also share that when you enroll, you get access to a couple different things, namely me. I become basically your personal mentor. You can reach out in a couple different ways. For instance, we have a private Facebook community that you'll get access to. I monitor that, so that's one way of reaching out to me. You can also email me directly. You can hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I'm the only person that monitors that inbox. You're not going to get a bot. You're not going to get, well, in the future, you may get a bot, but if I do implement a bot, I will also tell all of the students how to message me. That way, if I implement the bot, it'll basically be like kind of freeing up my own personal time so that I don't get messages from people that aren't in the course. And if necessary, I have jumped on phone calls with people. However, of course, I have very limited time, so I'm not trying to make a promise where I'm going to be getting on regular phone calls with you. If you have a question that requires a short phone call, of course, I'll jump on with you. It's not a big deal, but I also take that feedback and I'll go implement a solution in the course so that everybody benefits to hopefully avoid future phone calls, because we both have limited time, right? So we don't need to be on the phone all day. All right, so that is all included in your enrollment. Plus, of course, I have the bonus sections where I focus exclusively on automation, guys. And just a reminder, like, you get lifetime access to everything that has already been implemented in the course, plus future updates, because there's going to be some amazing automation tool that comes out down the line. I don't even know what it is. You don't know what it is, but hey, when it's built, most likely people are going to reach out to me and tell me, because I have the YouTube channel, you know, with a lot of people that subscribe and all that great stuff. So I'll be one of the first people to learn. Then I'm going to get you the exclusive discount, put together a full tutorial in the course, and you will get access at no additional charge. That's what I'm promising you if you join the course. If it sounds too good to be true, maybe it is. Maybe I shouldn't be doing it, but you know, I'm human, guys. I don't sell under an alias. I use my real name. I'm a real person. You know, I teach at the college level, so I'm very invested in my students' success. And I know if you're going to put in your own time and effort and, you know, a little bit of money here to enroll in the course, that I want you to be successful. All right. So that's my promise to you, that I got your back. That's it for my presentation, guys. Thank you for watching. I'd like to challenge you to make an investment in yourself and start that business right now. There's no better time to start than right now. You'll be reaping the benefits of this decision for years to come. I hope to see you inside.